Welcome online, guys. TomoGotchi here, and we're back with Season 3, and we are starting things strong with Pokemon Emerald Bling Ball Challenge. Now, what is the Bling Ball Challenge? Well, I've actually left a video on this channel that explains it in full detail, but here's what it basically is. I'm going to do a Nuzlocke challenge by only catching Pokemon with Premier Balls. So that's the concept of the challenge itself. Also, just to elaborate, this is a hack version of Pokemon Emerald that was created by Chrono Split. Basically, it adds the National Dex, so all Pokemon are obtainable in this game, and that's to make this run a little bit more interesting. So here we go. I'm just gonna get right into it, and I've actually done a lot of test plays of this. But the most important thing I've done is keep this, which is the save, which basically skips all of the introductory stuff, because I just want to get right into it. I've named him a character, and I've talked to all the NPCs. What I have not done is this, because I want to catch my first Pokemon here. Well, not catch. There. I want to choose my first Pokemon. Now, I've got a D6 here, and I've also got an actual Premier Ball to use, which I'm going to shake, and that's how I'm going to roll the dice. So 1 and 2 is Trico, 3 and 4 is Torchic, 5 and 6 is Mudkip. So here we go. Here we go. 3. So we have Torchic. So that'll make things interesting. So anyway, Zigzagoon, Torchic, which is going to be our only Pokemon that is not caught in a Premier Ball. So that's sad, but what can you do? Right, so now I've got to get through all of this up to May. And by the way, I will be nicknaming all of my Pokemon, and I've got a little system, and it's the exact same as last time. But for those of you who haven't seen that playthrough, I've got a D20 and a D8. I rolled a D20, and the number it lands on is basically the alphabet. So 1 is A, 20 is T. And we also have a D8, and if it lands on 8, then it continues on. So 1 is U, 2 is V, etc. Up until Z, from which 7 is then A, and then 8 is B, and so on. So it gives the common letters a little bit more of a chance. So that's the system I'm working with, and yeah, I'm actually using my clip and carry Premier Ball, which was actually part of my Pokemon Trainer cosplay at one point, funny enough. But anyway, let's nickname our Torchic, which I gotta admit, having Torchic is gonna make this game a little bit easy, but it is what the dice allowed me to have. There's actually an option with this hack to have any of the starter Pokemon, but I thought it would be a little bit more organic if we stuck to the Hoenn deck. So anyway. 15. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. You know what? Nestag. Actually, hang on. I'm going to refine that a little bit. I am such a perfectionist. Nestag. Oh, no. Nestag. There we go. Nestag. So there we go. Anyway, here comes the boring bit. And here's the thing. I've actually test played this concept, because I wasn't just testing my equipment, testing the emulator, so on and so forth. I was also testing the concept, because when I came up with this concept, I'm like, well, is it possible for me to do? And sure enough, it does, kind of. So I've got enough ground to work with. So we got Zigzagoon here. I'm just going to level grind a little bit, because whilst I was test playing the concept, I ran into a little snag that I really do not like. Because if you've never played this game before, and I'm sure... Oh, it's got an Oranberry. Darn it. Come on. So, we're gonna fight May, and she's only got a Trico. Now, the snag that I've ended up with is fighting her and losing. Now, I know what some of you are going to say to that. It's like, well, you don't lose the Nuzlocke challenge because it's not the beginning of the Nuzlocke challenge. You haven't got the Pokeballs yet, or in this case, Premier Balls. True, but here's the problem. Every time you lose money. And you need that money, at least for the beginning portion of it. I mean, if you lose, you die anyway, so that's not a problem. But at the beginning stages, even if I said, well, it doesn't count because it's the beginning, I lose the money and I can't do the Premier Ball challenge. So that's why I've got that save up, that saves to that particular moment, because I wanted to show off that I got my first Pokemon, but I also wanted to have a way of going back without going through all of the welcome to the world of Pokemon nonsense that happens. I mean, we've all played Pokemon. We all know what happens. So anyway, I really don't like this part of the game, but that's okay. That's okay, because we'll get through it. And we got a Torchic. Right. So on top of that, I've also done a test play. Well, I guess it wasn't a test play at the time, where I actually did play the game thinking that was going to be episode 1, but I hit a few troubles with it that I have to rectify. So what you're seeing now is the official episode 1, and I want to keep it that way because I don't want to waste hours and hours and figure out, oh, I can't use this anymore. That sucks. Anyway, I'm going to level up to level 7. Yeah, you just notice I got a Spearow there. That's due to the hack. It means I can get any Pokemon. Now, granted, I'm not going to run into, like... I'm not going to go in the first few stages of this game and encounter, like, a Mewtwo. It all makes sense. So, like, all of the... There's going to be Rattatas, there's going to be Pidgeys in these beginning areas, which is great. I am hoping to keep to the Hoendex, but it's not necessary. Anyway, we encounter Wurmples anyway. Also, I've never actually... What am I thinking? It's fine. Thought there was something wrong. Anyway. I've never actually played Emerald, which is kind of a theme with these Nuzlocke playthroughs. Previously, I've done Pokemon Crystal. And I had never played Crystal before up until that moment. And of course, I've played it on the 3DS now, so okay. But I've never played Emerald. I've played... mainly Ruby, but I've never played Emerald, so I don't 100% know all of the surprises, and besides that, the fact that it's on a hack is a surprise. It's a surprise in general, right? Anyway, I think I've leveled up. Did I reach level 7? Because I want to reach level 7. I want to reach, just in case, because crits happen, okay? I don't want to get critted and then die. Right, so here we go. Also, this is so slow because I don't have the running shoes. Which, let's face it, I would keep the running shoes by default. I feel like having Torchic is going to make this a little too easy, but that's fine, that's fine. Right, here she is. Ooh, Caterpie. That wouldn't be too bad, but anyway. Here we are. Here we are. Anyway. Oh yeah, by the way. I'm just going to put my dice here just in case. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Right. I just need to beat her and then the hurdle's over. So there's Mudkip. Because I have a Torchic. Does it edit itself to make it so that I've always got... Because if I had done that thing... Because there's a thing with this hack that you can modify the starter Pokemon to be the Kanto or Johto starters. Oh, I guess it would edit itself in that way. Okay, so anyway, there's Mudkip gone. Worst over. Because I've lost many a times to May, and it was really annoying. Because not only do we need to keep our money, we need to gain money. Anyway, now comes the boring bit. And whilst we're getting over the boring bit, I actually want to explain what made me want to do the Bling Ball challenge. I mean, I've always wanted to do a Nuzlocke challenge since Pokemon Crystal, but what made me create the Bling Ball challenge rules is another story. Here's the thing, right? I breed a lot of Pokemon for competitive, and in that, one of my favourite aspects of breeding is the Pokeball mechanic. Now, what that basically is, it's something they introduced in Generation 6 that makes it so that the offspring can have a particular Pokeball. So, there's plenty of Pokeballs that you can get over the course of all the games. Excuse me. Anyway. So, the thing is, the Pokeballs are my favourite mechanic, and I always breed my Pokemon in particular Pokeballs, just to add a little bit more flair. It's always been that mechanic that's on the back of my mind, and so, when Pokemon Omega Ruby came out, and that's ironic considering this is a Gen 3 game, and that was a Gen 3 remake, I decided, you know what, I can save a lot of time if I don't catch any Pokemon in any of the standard Pokeballs and just immediately go for Premier Balls. And that way, as I go through the game, I've also got Pokemon to use for breeding, which means if I want a Pokemon in a Premier Ball, for instance, then I can breed them down, and then I can breed for Max IVs and Egg Moves and try to make them viable for competitive, that kind of thing. See, Sentret. So whenever I'm breeding a team, I always make it a point to basically have the Pokemon in a particular Pokeball. And it can get very interesting. I've caught a lot of Pokemon in Apricorn Pokeballs. I've caught every Pokemon in the Sport Ball. I've got a few Pokemon in Dream Ball. And they're all in reserve for breeding purposes. So, whilst I was playing Omega Ruby like that, it's like, I'm only going to catch them in Premier Balls, because then I immediately have them, just in case I need them for future breeding purposes. And I was breeding for them, and I thought to myself, well, what if that was standard? Or I guess that's not right to say. What if that was the main focus of a playthrough of Pokemon? Because, of course, Nuzlockes are pretty intricate themselves. It's like, hey, I'm playing a Pokemon game. They'll all die. Oh no. And I thought, what if that was a rule mechanic of the playthrough? So that's what made me want to create the rules and like work out all the ins and outs. Anyway, including this one, which I figured out during playtesting. Right, now the main rule is I'm not allowed to sell off the Pokeballs throughout the adventure, but because of this, I'm pretty much going to. So you can in fact sell the Pokeballs. Granted, I can sell these ones anyway because I was given them, but I cannot sell off the Pokeballs as I get the Premier Balls. So anyway, I'm selling these, so that makes 500. Actually, don't I get a potion from this man? So the only way you can get Premier Balls is if you buy 10 Pokeballs and then they give you a free one. But the thing is, I thought that would be a little bit overpowered if you sold off the Pokeballs and then used that money to buy another one. But because you're so limited here, I decided to add the little introduction rule where it's like I can in fact sell off the Pokeballs at the beginning. So, because that's the amount of money I've got. That's from selling the 5 Pokeballs and selling the potion. That is not enough, so I'm going to buy 10 Pokeballs now. And I got a Premier Ball. And now I have to sell them in order to get my starter set of Premier Balls. So you can do this 3 times at the beginning of the game in order to allow yourself to get enough. Okay, so there's another Premier Ball. And I found out that even doing that, you can't get all 3 right off the bat. So the first 30 Pokeballs that you obtain... That's it. The first 30 Pokeballs that you buy, sorry, you can sell them off in order to get the Premier Balls. So that's just to give you at least 3 to work with, because it gets really difficult to get Premier Balls later on, and especially since you need other items. Anyway, that all said, it's high time we catch our first Pokemon, and it could be anything, which is going to make this exciting. Here we go. Here we go. What do we get? Could be better, could be worse. Okay. So, I'm okay with that. I'm going to scratch it. Wow, okay. That was a lot. Right, now this is another aspect to the Bling Ball challenge, because it's basically to make all of the Pokeballs expensive, because they don't actually have any special bonuses when you use them. It's just a regular Pokeball that's more expensive. So that's the concept of it. It's like Pokeballs are more expensive and you have to be careful on how you use them. That said, you can't just throw Pokeballs. You can't just throw Premier Balls all willy-nilly. You have to really focus on making every Premier Ball count. So I will demonstrate right now. It shouldn't be too hard because his HP is on red. Anyway, come on, come on. I'm holding on to my Premier Ball, by the way. Yes! Perfect! We caught it. So every Premier Ball counts. So it's not just your Pokemon dying that is going to annoy you. It's the Premier Balls breaking, because every you'll really feel it when a Premier Ball breaks, trust me. Anyway, nickname. A. Azteca. Okay. Don't know why I called it that, but that's fine. Anyway, gonna heal up at the Pokemon Center. And it's also good in a way because my Poochyena is only level 2. So I am going to have to level it up. But the fact that I've got a weaker Pokemon... That wasn't even a crit, that one scratch. So that is just going to make things easier for me. So anyway. I'm going to challenge this guy over here. If you have Pokemon with you, then you're an official Pokemon trainer. You can't say no to my challenge. I wish I could. Right. Sentret. Okay, that could be a problem. But after I beat this trainer, then it'll be all okay then. Because then I can afford my 3rd Premier Ball, and then then I can sell off the 10 Pokeballs I get. But then that's my lot. I can no longer sell Pokeballs in order to get money. Unless I find them on the ground, so that's like giving you free money, so that's okay. That's fine to do. But you can't sell off the Pokeballs that you buy in order to get the Premier Balls. Anyway, I got to level 3, and that's exactly what I want. Should have made mine more. Anyway, I only got 80, but that's just about enough for my 3rd Premier Ball. So let's get it. So here we go. Buy them up. There's my 3rd one, and this is the last time I can do this, so here we go. That's the last time. First 3 sell-offs. Anyway, PC, Pokemon Center. Anyway, there we go. Yeah. Right, I'm going to catch my third Pokemon now. I'm level 3, so it should be fine. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, put my dice here. Oh, it's a Wurmple! That's level 2, so it's quite low, but it should be fine. Then again, it's got Poison Sting, hasn't it? Well, it doesn't really. Anyway, please don't crit it. Actually, I can tackle it one more time. Please don't crit. No, I think this should be enough. Because if I tackle it one more time, I think it's going to kill it. And especially if it crits. Right. There's a chance it could break out. I just noticed a rare Pokeball, a rare ball made in commemoration of some event. Interesting, because this is an event. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Anyway, time to do this again. Shaking my dice. Oh, it's 8. U, V, W, X. It starts with an X. X. Zai. 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 Oh, this is tough because I'm working with X. Zai. Xylo. Xylo. Yeah, let's go with Xylo. It's a weird name. I'm going to heal up. And I'm definitely going to level up that Wurmple because I really, really need it. So yes, heal up. Heal up. Okay. Hope to see you again. Brilliant. Right. Okay, now this is where it gets a little difficult now, because this is definitely where... And I've only got one Premier Ball too, so I need to be really careful. But I do want to level up Xylo. Here we go. Zigzagoon. And I'm going to have to use Torchic for most of it as well. Granted, Xylo does evolve very quickly, so it won't be too much of an issue. Oh! Oh! This is a wild encounter, isn't it? I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to try and catch this, which will actually help me now that I think about it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. If I catch it, come on. Come on, come on. Whoosh! So there we go. Now, Zigzagoon has the pickup ability. And that's going to help anyway. J. J. You know what? My name is Homer. J. Simpson. Yeah, don't want any spaces. Anyway, why not? J. Well, okay then. So that's my team. And I caught them all in one. So that's awesome. Except now I'm out of Premier Balls and I need to fight quite a few trainers. And all of my Pokemon are low leveled. Anyway, do you have the pickup ability? I'm assuming you do. Yes. Now the pickup ability is going to help a lot because Jay is going to continuously pick up items, and that is going to help me. Anyway, can I fight you? Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to be catching any Pokemon. Oh, I could have caught a Bellsprout here. Interesting. Never encountered Bellsprout on my test plays. Anyway. So now I have to fight a few trainers and get another Premier Ball so I can grab another Pokemon. Ugh. You know what? I really need to drink. And I need to level up my Pokemon too. Anyway, I want to avoid any trainer battles because I want to end this episode at a very particular cutscene. Also, have you not reached level? Okay. Oh, have you got Poison Sting? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please. Please don't. I sing when things get a little tiring. Do 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 do. I love this music. Do 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 do. This game was a real classic. Shot will slow me down. String shot will slow me down. Shot will slow me. Tongue twisters. String shot will slow me down. I've only got 3 S's and I'm tongue-tied. Level 3? Level 7, isn't it? Anyway, I want to avoid the trainers. For now, anyway. Right, here we go. Because here's why. First of all, I want to heal my Pokemon here. Which I will do. So yeah, that's my team. Also, I need to constantly check if Jay has picked anything up. Okay, so let's have a look. He hasn't yet. She hasn't yet. Whatever. Anyway, this is why. So, this is a cutscene coming up, and basically, one of the trainers catches a route. It's basically nothing special. So, I'm just going to end it here, and I'm going to skip the cutscene, and we're going to get right into the action for next time. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. We're doing this. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is TomoGotchi, signing off. Click, click. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click, click, click. TomoGotchi.